of the questions I have for you, and I think this is something that a lot of people talk about, and maybe we need to talk about more, is when you live in an urban environment as we do, there are two really big considerations. One is air quality, both from, pollutants from our vehicles and forest fires and all the industrial things that happen. And the other is sound, noise pollution, and that interferes with a lot of things in our lives. Can you talk about both of those, how they relate to how you design and create spaces, and why people thinking about any sort of project should be paying attention to those things in particular?
I mean, I years ago came up with a tagline: "Thick walls are sexy," which was basically just trying to get at the idea that, there's if you do something that's super insulated, that's great for the environment, but it's also it's about a home that feels different. And so the quietness when we do a triple glazed window in that thick wall, it makes a big difference in terms of your quality of life. We're also doing a lot of what we do has been drawing on a way of building that originated in Germany or really grew up in Germany called Passive House, which is about creating a very good building envelope, but also very good air quality using an air exchanger. And we're finding this is especially important as we're dealing with, emerging a changing climate. So, when we started 15 years ago, we weren't dealing with smoke every summer. But now we design our houses with the idea that maybe August is just smoke season. And there are many times where the air outside is not that great. So we're kind of designing these buildings to be sort of future proof in a way, because they're going to be there for a long time.
Well, I'm glad you said that as well, because there's a misconception amongst people that they live in a new home and therefore the indoor air quality is high. Reality is a lot of that smoke in particular gets trapped in there and actually concentrates in there. So the fact that you're actively thinking about these things is really, really important and should be commended. And for people who are watching and listening to this, if you take nothing else, that part right there is really, really important to our long-term health and how we live.